Hey VC, this is going to be a vinyl update video, but right off the bat, I have to admit, I did try recording this 2 weeks ago. Successfully recorded it, had to edit it. When I was editing it, I deleted the entire project, so I lost it all. So that happened. Again, off the bat, this is going to be a two-parter, as I've bought that much over the past couple of months. We'd be here for days if I were to try and show it all now. So yeah, I recently hit 100 subscribers, so thank you all so much, that really means a lot, honestly it does. Yeah, I was planning on doing a giveaway or a contest or that sort of thing, but my financial situation's in dire straits right now, probably because I spent a shit ton to Yahoo. But yeah, because of that, I can't really afford to do that sort of thing, so I'm thinking maybe if I got enough of a response or interest to do a 100 subscribers Q&A sort of thing. So, if interested, just leave a comment in the comment section just asking me any question you like. It don't have to be about records or music, it can just be about anything at all. And if that gets enough of a response or, you know, whatever, then I'll do a dedicated video thanking everyone for 100 subs and just answering all those questions as like a special, if you like. So, without further ado, I'm going to start showing the many records I've got to show. But I'm going to start with singles, as I've picked up, well, not many, but a few lately. A couple of 7 inches first, and both Smiths related, because why wouldn't they be? Candidate by Johnny Marr. For anyone that don't know, Johnny Marr has got a very good solo career going at the minute. He's only been going since 2013, but he's got 3 LPs out and an abundance of singles. And Candidate is probably one of his best songs, to be honest. What can I say about Johnny Marr? His songs are always guitar driven, as he's a guitarist, and he's just always got great riffs. I mean, you only have to look at the Smiths catalogue to know what the man can do with a guitar in terms of creating a riff. So, yeah. I saw this on eBay. It was in the States, but I paid about £6 and I got free delivery. And it only took about 4 days to arrive, so I was blown away by that seller. So yeah, Candidate by Johnny Marr. As just mentioned, can't even get this single back in now. As just mentioned, the second single is again Smith related. It's Morrissey's latest single, Wedding Bell Blues, backed with Brow of My Beloved. I ordered this, well I sort of pre-ordered this. I read it just on his website seeing if he had anything new out of interest, and I saw that you could order this for a tenner, so I pre-ordered it. The single Wedding Bell Blues is on his latest album, California Sun, which I actually really enjoy. I don't know why it gets as much hate as it does. But yeah, Wedding Bell Blues, it's on nice yellow vinyl. Is it just me, for those that have heard this song, or does it sound very Michael Bublé-esque? Because I always think that it does, and I've mentioned it to people, and when I've mentioned it, they've agreed, but no one's ever come out and just said it themselves, you know. I think it's very Bublé-esque, this song, in just the way Morrissey sings, and I don't know, the tempo of it, and that sort of thing. But it is co-done with the lead singer of Green Day, I believe. Forget his name. But yeah, very interesting. And quickly, I'll just show these. I did an entire video on these Morrissey singles from 88 to 91. There's an entire video of me unboxing these, but I didn't because they're already unboxed. Anyway. And the second one, Morrissey 91-95. Just thought I'd show them for the purposes of a vinyl update. So, I was on eBay just searching for Smith singles and stuff, as I do, as always. And this came up as an auction, 12 inch of What Difference Does It Make? And I don't know, but I think this is my favourite Smith song. It's definitely my favourite riff by Johnny Marr of all time. It's just amazing. Those first 3 seconds of just the riff alone are just... Anyway, yeah, I ran on eBay, and this were at an auction, and it only had one bid, and it was something like £4.50, so I thought I'd put £6 down. Won the auction, and postage was only about £4. So you know, very good. As far as I can tell, I think it's a second pressing. I'm not entirely sure because I believe the first pressing had the other guy, and then for the pressings afterwards, Morrissey recreated it with a glass of milk instead of whatever it was. I don't know. But yeah, it's got a slight warp to it, and it's got a split seam at the top. But for a tenor, for a single that I adore, and for an original, it plays very well. So no complaints from me. But yeah, I'm hoping to get all of the Smith singles on both 7 and 12 inch, and that is the only band that I am wanting to eventually become a completist on. Yeah, again, same's the case for Johnny Marr and Morrissey. So that's it for singles. In around September last year, there's a guy I watch on YouTube called Thomas White, and he creates his own music, and he's got a YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to it. And he just does videos on what he wants really, but it is typically music related. And he started a Kickstarter to issue his own EP, and you could pledge £10, and for that, if he hit the goal to get his latest EP pressed on vinyl, for sending a tenner, you got the record when it was pressed and done. So I gave him a tenner, and I got his EP. It's called Her, as you can see. It's only got a few tracks on it. I Have No, Heaven Left, Time Capsule, Navy Blue, and Her on the B-side. It's just very ambient music. It's sort of emotional, ambient, chilled out, relaxed stuff. I don't really know how to explain it. But yeah, it's a numbered release, and of 300 pressings I got number 13, which I'm quite pleased about. It's on a nice coloured vinyl. But like I said, he creates all his own music, and he's got a YouTube channel that shows how he mixes his music and that sort of thing, which is really nice. And it's on a very nice navy blue vinyl, which I thought was lovely. And a nice touch that he did was people could actually choose the colour that the record were going to be pressed on. So after he'd done his test pressings, he put it to the people and sort of gave them like 6 colours and said, you know, vote on which one you'd like to see pressed. And this isn't the colour I voted for. I forget which I voted for, but can't complain, it looks nice. Anyway, so that's that. Next up, I've been exploring genres a bit lately, and I was just on Spotify one day, just trying to find some different music to listen to, and Alice Cooper came up. Alice Cooper came up. Not really my thing, but I listened to this album in full, thought it were mint, went to Sheffield, saw it, and bought it. So, Lace and Whiskey, Alice Cooper. For those that don't know, my music taste doesn't typically, or shouldn't typically, I say shouldn't, but shouldn't typically hold Alice Cooper. But this album is not stereotypically Alice sounding, I don't think. I thought it was quite a mellow album at times. I thought it were just nice, if I'm honest. Like, you look at an image of Alice Cooper and you just think it's going to be like thrash metal, I think. It's just probably because the long straggly hair and the eye makeup. But I actually really like this album. I don't really know how to explain it. It's sort of, I'd say at times it's sort of soft rock, to be honest. Yeah, and it's on a really nice whiskey brown vinyl, which swayed my decision even more. And it was only in HMV for like 20 quid, something like that. And I really like the label as well, which annoys me because if I'd have had this record during Johnny Seed's 200 subs contest for Labels Out, I'd have shown this label because I think it's awesome. And I really like the artwork as well. So yeah. Lace and Whiskey, Alice Cooper. Next up, I've been really getting into this band lately. Like, I think they may be my new Smiths at some point, and for me to say that is like a huge deal. The Doors. Doors debut, can't be wrong. Everyone's got this album. Everyone loves this album. Everyone loves this album. It's amazing. Again, I think I'm in HMV Sheffield again, and I've been wanting to pick it up for a long time, but Is it just me, or when you go to a record store, especially when you're looking for new vinyl, if it's an album I'm really wanting, I'll inspect it and inspect it and inspect it until I'm 100% sure there's no ding in any corner, there's no creases or anything. And I was going to buy this in Huddersfield like a month or 2 months ago, but it had like a little ding in the corner and I thought I can't put up with that. So I saw this one and it's absolutely immaculate, both the record and the album cover. Apologies for the glare, by the way. And yeah, I just had to pick it up. This album is honestly one of the best albums of all time, I think. It's flawless, start to finish. I mean, the Alabama song, Whiskey Bar, I don't know why, but I just adore that song. It sounds as though you are drunk. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the sound of it. It sounds like you're on a drunk journey, like you're just stumbling down a road or something like that. And I just adore that. How the Doors can make a sound, how the Doors made a sound to me that sounds like you're drunk is just unbelievable. So, the Doors, and just for the purposes of the video, it's on the Gold Electra label, which is nice. Next up, exploring different music again. Same story as Cooper. On Spotify, looking at music. Yeah, I'll just show it. Frank Zappa. I don't know how to describe this man, other than weird. If I'm honest. Frank Zappa. Anyway, this kept coming up in HMV and it weren't at too bad of a price. So I just thought I'd take a punt. I listened to it on Spotify and I just thought, I like it. But it's got a really nice gatefold as well. I mean, I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. I mean, it looks like there's a soundboard, like mixing thing there, and then there's like a Hoover, like playing into a microphone. It's just weird. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about this record, other than it's experimental, you know. You never know what's going to come with the next song on this record, I don't think. I mean, with a lot of like indie records or classic rock records, you can sort of preempt the sort of sound that you're going to get in the next song, whereas with this one, you just can't, because it's just weird. But it's good. My favourite song is probably Rudy Wants to Buy You a Drink, and I don't know why, it's just quirky. So, and it's just on Zappa Records. So yeah. Next up, again, I've just been exploring different genres, and it's amazing. It's the Ramones' debut. I've always known of Blitzkrieg Bop, and I've always adored that song for some reason. Well, obviously it's a great song. But yeah, again, same with the Doors. I've been looking out for this in HMV and that sort of thing, in good quality. There's been a few chances that I've been able to purchase it, but it's always had like a ding in the corner, and for an album that I respect and love so much, I'd rather there not be any, I was going to say discrepancies, but that's not the word, any faults with any of the corners or anything. So I forget where I bought it. It might have actually been in Huddersfield. But yeah, it's just a Rhino reissue, but I'm happy with reissues, to be honest. I just like good quality records. And it's on Sire label. Lovely. Yeah. Anyway. For those that don't know, I don't like the Sire label. It's just ugly. I don't think a mixture of yellow and orange as a label really looks very nice. Right, an artist I've only known about because of the VC. I have my good friend Jimmy the Saint, Daz, to thank for this. In his, I forget which video it was, it might have been his vinyl tag, he asked, we were asked to show an influential artist, and he chose Robert Johnson, and I'd never heard of the bloke, but apparently he's like a big pioneer, he was a big pioneer of the blues, even though his music was done, and he died in the 30s. So yeah, I went to a record fair in Huddersfield, and this must have been in like March or early April anyway. And I saw this for a tenner, so I thought, I'll have it. played it and it's amazing. It's really... Oh, I'm forgetting the word. Anyway, it's just really early. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the record itself, but it sounds really crackly and poppy and just old. But that's because of the time that it was filmed, recorded. But it's just him on a guitar and he's just having a nice time, to be honest. It's just him chilling out. It's almost like you're just in a room with him and he's just sat in a corner just playing to himself, just having a nice time, sort of thing. So yeah, Robert Johnson. I really recommend that you check out this artist if you don't know him. Yeah, so Robert Johnson. Really early blues. Again, I've been getting into ELO lately. I really want a New World Record, but I would prefer a reissue. Relics Records in Leeds, where I now volunteer. They have a copy of it, but I don't know whether it's an early reissue or an original, but it's not in the greatest of quality and I really want a decent pressing of it. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Are in HMV and they've had these on offer. I'm not sure whether they are on offer for about a tenner. So I thought, I've been getting into ELO, I'm sure it's a good album, I'll get it for a tenner. So I got it for a tenner. I think I've listened to it once, so I don't know any of its songs by name, but it's just typical ELO sounding stuff, good stuff. So I really quite like the cover as well. I think that's meant to be Dorothy off that show with Lion and Tin Man and Scarecrow, and she's called Dorothy. I forget that weird one anyway from the 30s, and it's on Epic. And I don't know why, because I'm not even sure that they were on it, but this label reminds me of ABBA. Don't know why. Are they on it? I just think it's a very ABBA-looking label, to be honest. I think it's a very 70s sort of disco-looking label. Don't know. Yeah, I just see that and think ABBA, which was annoying, because I'm not keen on them. Right, getting near the end of the pile now. Well, still got about 5 left, but you know. Funkadelic, Maggot Brain. Again, are on Spotify, and the cover stood out to me more than anything, as it's quite disturbing. I'm not very keen on this cover. And the back's even more disturbing. I mean, yeah, I wondered what happened to her. Anyway, I played the first song, self-titled, Maggot Brain, and it's amazing. That song's the only one I know by name. But it just takes you on a journey. I mean, it starts off with the simplest guitar riff, and then as time goes on, it just builds up in emotion, sort of thing. It's about 9-10 minutes long, the song, but honestly, there's not a moment in that song that I'm bored. The only downside with the actual record itself and not the music is that mine's quite crackly despite it being brand new. So for that song in particular, at the start there's barely any noise at all, so I can really hear the crackles, which is quite distracting. But another quibble with this record. Why the chuff did they choose that colour for writing? This is all text, by the way. This is all text. I can't even read that in person. Anyway, got it for a decent price anyway. But it's on a very lovely label, again, which I would have showed in Johnny Seed's contest. Should I have had it then. Don't know why, but it reminds me of like a Van Gogh painting with all the colours and the style, and yeah, Westbound Records. Just nice, isn't it? Anyway, Funkadelic. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of you know Funkadelic, but if not, definitely check out this album. It's very good. Right, again, such as the Ramones, I've been sort of getting into punk a bit. The Addicts. This is not the album by The Addicts I wanted, put it that way. Their debut, I believe it was 91, called Songs of Praise, is brilliant. The song England from that, give that a listen. I forget the bloke's name, Monkey, I think that's it, I don't know. The bloke that sings for The Addicts, or did, his voice, I cannot describe it whatsoever. You've just got to listen to it. It's so unique and different. I mean, punk singers did tend to have different sounding voices, for obvious reasons. But yeah, the Addicts, they're just brilliant. And from what I've never seen anyone show any Addicts on the VC either, which is quite surprising. I only know of them because the song England was played in a TV show, just for a cutscene, well, not cutscene, a small scene anyway. But yeah, this song is fairground themed, and I forget which song. Yeah, House Dad opens up with like fairground noises, and then it goes into fast drums and typical punk stuff. But it's just brilliant. There's a song on here called Chinese Takeaway as well, which I think is hilarious. And it just keeps saying like, we want a Chinese takeaway over and over and over. I just think that's quite funny. So yeah, The Addicts, and I got this for a good price as well. And it's on Beat Generation Records, which is nice. But yeah, definitely check out this album if you haven't. But even more so, check out their debut, Songs of Praise. And from what I see, it's quite hard to get a hold of the debut, as I don't believe it's ever been reissued. I've tried getting it on eBay, Amazon and Discogs, and on all three places it's quite hard. But I would say that is a grail. So if ever any of you see it, please hook me up. Yeah, this was late April, this coming record. My dad wanted me to go to his house to wait for the gas man, and in doing so he said, oh, I'll buy this record, and I went, oh, I've already got it. So he said, oh, I'll buy your next one then, and I went, okay. So Physical Graffiti. The original record that he said he'd buy me was Zeppelin 4, but I've already got that. Yeah, the only song I know by name off this is Kashmir. I am by no means a Led Zeppelin aficionado or connoisseur, but I've been really getting into them lately. I'm most familiar with their first two albums, but yeah, I am wanting to get I'm wanting to get complete on Zeppelin at some point, and I'm sure I will. But yeah, good stuff. And for the purposes of the video, I'm not getting a record out. They take piss. It's a top loader, and you can't get them out easily, and it's just a mess about. So sorry, but we all know what label it's on anyway. And last, but by no means least, I ordered this. Where did I order this? I think I ordered it on his website himself, and I've been wanting it for the longest time. It's Adrenaline Baby by Johnny Marr. Live album, I think it came out in 2015. Yeah. It's mostly got his first two albums, songs from his first two albums on it. Yeah. But it's got a couple of Smiths songs on there, and it's just, as it says on the tin, it's just Johnny Marr live. Absolutely love the guy, wanting to get complete, as I said earlier. Pretty cool gatefold. But yeah, it's got some great songs on. I mean, Easy Money, be a highlight. Newtown Velocity, I adore that song. Listen to that song if you haven't. Headmaster Ritual Smiths, obviously. Messenger, Big Mouth Strikes Again from Smiths. Candidate, which is the single I showed earlier. There's a Light, and How Soon Is Now. They'd be the Smiths numbers. But yeah, Adrenaline Baby, Johnny Marr. Really good live album, and I recommend checking it out if you haven't. So that's it for part one of this final update. I apologise that it's been so long, but I've just not got around to doing it really. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.